Hello, everybody. It's really late. I haven't been able to sleep very well. The energy has been really intense the last few days. I'm not sure if everybody feels energy. I feel it very strongly. Sometimes way more intense than other times. This is one of those times. But I was awake and I saw that Sarah had posted a video and she was talking about depression, and it reminded me of a time when I was very, very depressed. I live in the now, so I don't really think about those things anymore, which is awesome, by the way. Everybody should try it. And when I do think of them, I don't attach a new emotion to them. They're settled, forgiven, loved, appreciated. I give gratitude, all that stuff. Anyways, I was very depressed for, I wasn't laughing at depression. Depression is serious. In fact, right now my husband is very depressed. I don't know. Anyways, everybody has their path. But the doctor gave me an antidepressant. And to tell you the truth, it's been so many years ago, I don't remember which one it was. It doesn't matter. Life had been, life. I wouldn't have called I could find the joy in it, mostly. But it was challenging most of the time, and I was very busy. I have 4 children. But it just all piled up, and I went to the doctor, and I'd been really sad, and he just told me I was just stressed out and way too busy. I was going to college, and I had a part-time job, full-time college student, and at that time, mother of 3, all lived with me, and I had no support. I was a single mother. Oh, and I was on the dean's list and all that. I was a classic overachiever. Anyways, I took the antidepressants. It didn't seem to help, but they told me it should take a little while to get in my system and yada yada. And one day, I just got up off the couch. I took a nap. All the children had been fed, and they were all in bed and all that. And I walked into my bedroom for no reason whatsoever. I locked the door, and long story short, I attempted to kill myself. I didn't die, by the way. Not that time. It was terrible. Truly terrible. Anyways, depression is a real thing. It truly is. That was a long time ago for me. And that's just my story. I'm not depressed anymore. I don't take any medication. I heal myself. I've been on a path for a while. In 2008, while I was still in the throes of my depression, because after I attempted to kill myself, it actually intensified the depression, because I lost everything. I lost everything because of it. Now, later, I realized that I think the antidepressants had something to do with it, because I could never tell you why I did it. I still don't know. It was completely out of my character. But it sent my life on a course of trouble, and just deep depression. I lost everything. And I lost everything, so I didn't have money for any more antidepressants, so that wasn't a thing anymore. I was going cold turkey then. Sorry, I don't mean to make light. It's been a long time ago. And I've healed it, and I've forgiven it all, and I just love myself to death. I mean, I am an awesome person to make it through all that. At the end of my depression, towards the end, I was still pretty depressed. I think I was 38 when I found myself to be pregnant with my fourth child at the age of 38, out of the blue. I mean, obviously I know how babies are made, but it really was out of left field, and I decided to have the baby. And since I kind of lost everything, and I was basically just homeless and wandering, journeying around the country, just looking for myself, I planted myself. A friend of mine let me borrow his couch in Tennessee, and he let me gestate for months, and I found this beautiful family who I just picked the most adorable family for my son, and I gestated. Anyways, I ended up finding out I had placenta previa. Needless to say, I didn't really understand how severe placenta previa could be. See how long the video is. Okay. And so I just woke up one morning, like 6 in the morning, on September 13th, 2008. And I'd been sleeping on the couch, and I'd been sleeping on my side, and I just kind of rolled off the couch like a big pregnant lady would. I was 7 months pregnant, just barely. And when I just went onto my knees on the floor, and basically half the blood in my body just gooshed out, just like a crazy waterfall. Okay, now not all of the half came out all then, but who wants the gory details? Long story short, which if anybody wanted to know about the whole story, it's a crazy story. Long story short, I lost over half my blood in less than 15 minutes, and I died. I died. But it's not like Naya's story. I wasn't in a coma. The way things like this happen to me is, I don't know how to explain it. This is just how I use words to explain it. I felt like I was home, but also like I was in like this odd holding pattern. I knew that I was not in my body, but it was complete darkness. Just the sweetest hug you can imagine. I had no body. I was the darkness. And I say that with a big smile on my face, because dark is light. Light is dark. Everything is the same. Yeah, right? Anyways, I just was the darkness, and I remember feeling so good. It was just good. I wasn't talking to anybody, and there was no light. I was completely aware of myself while I was there. I don't know how long I was there. And when I woke up in the hospital, and they were rolling me somewhere, I don't know. I couldn't talk at first, and I didn't realize that they had this tube thingy shoved down my throat. my first time. And I woke up and my friend, who I'd been sleeping on his couch, he was there, and he looked at me and I said, "How's the baby?" And he said, "Fine." And the baby was 2 months premature, but it didn't matter. He was just perfect. Just perfect. They put him in this incubator thing with wheels on it, and he had like armed guards. It was funny, cool, crazy. And he was in good hands. And they put him in this box, and they sent him to a special hospital about 2 hours away in Jackson, Tennessee. No, in Memphis, Tennessee, excuse me. It was a long time ago. He was in Tennessee. And I was in the hospital, obviously, for a couple weeks. I had to have, I think, 3 blood transfusions. My son had to have 2, but he was perfect. He was fine. And he's perfect today. He's 9. I just went and saw him. He thinks I'm awesome. I love him. I love everyone. I was just grateful to be able to bring him here. But I did die in 2008, which is interesting because Naya, I think she said she died in 2008. Anyways, after the depression I had the baby and I was still very depressed. And I tried to kill myself again, and I experienced the death. It's a different story. It's just a really deep and interesting story. We won't go into all that, but I was just done. I was sick of myself, and I just wanted to not be here anymore. I mean, I'd lost everything. So many times. Not even just that time. It's just, life had just been, I'd been smiling through it, but man, it had been a drudge. So after that last suicide attempt, I was sick of myself, and I just told the universe, I said, "Listen here, if I have to be here, it is obvious I have to be here. What am I going to be doing? Let's do it. I don't want to do what I've been doing. I want to do something new and exciting." And wow, it got started immediately. My life turned around, and I just started doing stuff like 2009, I began the year of forgiveness, and everything that I'd ever felt that I had wronged or had wronged me, I forgave us systematically, baby steps, like Naya talks about. I can say all this, it sounds easy, but it took me a while. Now, everything's speeding up right now, so don't be discouraged. Plus, there's no such thing as time. There's so much. I mean, there's just so many layers. But I've been working on this for a long, long time. I also see waking visions that are just as real as this table here and this chair where I'm sitting and this necklace. And I view the perspective. I'm in the vision. I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing myself see the vision. I am the vision. I am the beings in the vision. In a lot of layers, and that's coming more and more. When I go to sleep at night, I don't dream. There's no dream. Ever. I don't dream. But when I'm awake, I have waking dreams. And I believe Naya talked about this in some of her videos, which I found very comforting, because I often wondered why I didn't dream. I don't know. The waking visions I have are very powerful now, where before I had none. Before 2012, I didn't experience those things at all. But I did all this work, and after I had the baby and the last suicide attempt, I just did all this work, and then just things started coming to me naturally. I was just making an effort to put my goggles on, as Naya says, and focus on every year. I make it a theme year, the year of forgiveness, the year of love, the year of integration. Oh my gosh, I had a year of Bring It On. I regretted that one. I'm just kidding. I don't regret anything. Woo-woo. I decided not to do the year of Bring It On again. In fact, Don't tell the universe I even whispered about it. But it was all beautiful and good, and I made it. I did it. I mean, I'm friggin' awesome. And all you guys are awesome. And Sarah, I think you're awesome. And I love you. And life is hard. But shit, we might as well live it, right? I mean, we might as well. It's going to be hard. People are going to be grouchy. We can't be worried about that anymore. Now we want to vibrate where we want to vibrate. And we are magnets. Well, this is how I think about it. I feel like I'm a magnet. So if I'm vibrating a certain way, then the beings around me are going to vibrate a certain way. If I trust myself completely, then I don't have to live in fear. Because I trust that I'm magnetizing to myself. I'm vibrating to myself. I'm resonating with other beings that are very trusting. You see. Now this is the year of integration for me. And it has been a doozy. I'm letting go of the old so I can embrace all this new, beautiful stuff that I can't even comprehend, even though I have all these crazy good visions. I love you all so much. I don't want to go too long on the video. I hope you enjoyed the story and got something out of it. It was my pleasure to tell it and to have such a loving family to tell it to. Namaste.